look at... These two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jaren Jackson out there with Williams, and it's Edey in at the 5. And here's Cunningham from deep three-point range. The rebound by Jackson.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Hardaway. Morant, the pass to Jackson. The 3 from Payne. Nails it from 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. It's a 3-point game. To the inside, Harris. And Harris throws it down.
And I understand that people might not realize this, but he's 6'7". You cannot forget about his bounce because he's got something.
After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Greg.
You know, really by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Back to Duren. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Second chance shot. And Harris lays it up and in. Harris has got his second basket of the game.
Defense comes at Harris hard inside, but he is physical right back. If you hit first, it hurts less.
Here's Morant going inside. Thompson pulls it in. For Detroit, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Duren. Fires from deep. Ja Morant grabs the miss.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now Payne. He's watched by Cunningham. Offensive board. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. They were concerned with Jaren Jackson Jr. on both ends of the floor. Coach saying defensively, Triple J covers so much space, a blocking machine. And on the other side of the ball, Jaren has serious skill for a man of his size. He's a tough game plan for us. Jaren Jackson Jr., a two-way menace. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie. Hardaway with it. Guarded now by Williams. And the shot goes in.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Agreed. He's just too dominant inside. So you're better off stopping him from getting the ball in the first place.
Morant, the pass to Payne. This one for 3. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Payne's got 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Payne against Cunningham. Back to Jackson for 3. And Cunningham pulls it down.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot. Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility. But I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it. As long as it helps his team get the win. I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Pass to Edey. And there's the rejection.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duran, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Memphis has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Harris on the wing, defended by Jackson. Hardaway, no good. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Williams from long range. Detroit with a rebound. Takes a 3. And Tim Hardaway gets a 3.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jackson. Buries it down low.
This is where you want Jackson Jr. going to town. He's got a nice soft touch around the rim.
Now Cunningham. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man. And that does it for the first quarter. Detroit on top, up 5. Don't go away. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. We've got Brandon Clark, Luke Kennard out there with G.G. Jackson, and it's Stevens in at the small forward position. Grizzlies trail by 5. Kennard outside. Pass to Pippen. Banked it in off the glass.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Outside Schroeder. Fontecchio with a screen. Schroeder passes to Ivy. And here's Fontecchio. And again, the Pistons missing. Clark in the post. Covered by Schroeder. And the basket by Clark.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Fontecchio. Clark grabs the board.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
There's Jackson with the 3. Drains the triple. Jackson's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Then put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Beasley has to Reed. Kennard against Beasley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Reed. And no good. The dry spell continues. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Pass to Pippen. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defense is to disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Simone Fontecchio, a name some may struggle with, but as well as he's played, get to know it. Actually, his teammates nicknamed him Tech. He said, when I first got to the NBA, they started calling me that, and I was like, guys, I don't like it. No one's ever called me that. But then it stuck to me. Now I like it. Brian?
Yeah, now you have to like it. All right, great story, Allie.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Picked by Reed. Pass to Beasley. From deep. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And now the Pistons in transition. Here's Schroeder. Fontecchio outside.
2 minutes.
Beasley against Kennard. Lays it up and banks it in. Beasley's got his first points of the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far. getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
There's a minute 40 left in the second quarter. Detroit has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's a 4-point Detroit lead.
Yeah, what a dish right there. I mean, Ivy anticipated the open man and executed.
Here's Stevens. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. 1:16 left in the first half. Now here's Schroeder. Driving inside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
Line for 2.
And both free throws good for Schroeder.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Kennard for 3. Schroeder with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Fontecchio, the pass to Reed. And here's Schroeder outside. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Grizzlies trail by 4. Pass to Clark. Clark with a screen on Beasley. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Back to Clark. Jackson for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Beasley outside. Uses the glass on the layup. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Beyond the arc. It's good! It counts at the buzzer!
That's how you beat the clock. Monster buzzer beater. Helps carve into that deficit. It's anyone's game now.
25.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Detroit on top. They lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And get ready for the big half-court shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. 3-point lead. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Hardaway. It's deflected. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
Basketball.
And here's Cunningham outside. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Cunningham's got 7 points. Thompson against Morant. And he lays it up and in.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Thompson with a steal. About a minute played here in the second half. Pass to Harris. Down low. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Jackson on the wing. Williams a screen on Harris. Here's Edey. Now here's Bain. He's watched by Cunningham. Jackson with it. Williams on the wing. Fades. And it's Harris with the rebound. Detroit leading by 6. Three-pointer. And they recover it. Thompson passes to Cunningham from deep three-point range. And it's Bain with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Jackson. And here's Morant outside. Connects from downtown. Morant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
Kate Cunningham with the flush.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Williams finds Jackson. Morant with it. Now guarded by Harris. And it's Morant again missing. For Detroit, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Harris drives in, and Harris throws it down.
Coming in with so much intensity, Harris just goes straight to the rim.
Jackson with a screen on Cunningham. From deep, Bain. He buries it from 3. Bain's got 9 points.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Jackson on the wing, pounded by Harris. Outside Bain. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Cunningham looking it over. Harris, a screen on Williams. Ooh, assertive from Cunningham. Grizzlies trail by 4. Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson. Jackson on the wing. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Harris.
His 6'11" frame to use Jackson to low, down low. Good luck stopping him.
The Pistons making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Richard, every team wants three-point shooters and rim protection. Jaren Jackson Jr. gives you both.
Oh, he is the prototypical big man. He's Defensive Player of the Year. He's led the league in blocks on multiple occasions, and he can stretch the floor and shoot threes.
Pippen pass to Jackson. Can't connect from short range. Detroit leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Harris. And Harris throws it down.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Harris passes to Cunningham. Back to Harris. Up and over Kennard. No good off the front rim.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Pass to Stevens. It's Jackson, high post. Here's Stevens, just 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. And another miss by Memphis. Thompson goes in. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one. Fires away from way outside. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Detroit Pistons finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their key. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. G.G. Jackson is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's Pippen in at the point.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. And here's Schroeder outside. Kennard with the rebound.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Pass to Pippen. Jackson for 3. Rebound Detroit.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Beasley, pass to Fontecchio. Outside Schroeder. puts it up from 15. Reed inside, working on Clark. Reed inside, Clark covers. Fontecchio with the ball. Fontecchio with a screen. Right wing. Takes the three. Knocks down the long J. And the Pistons lead by 9.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Takes it inside. Kennard outside. Launches it. The rebound by Detroit. Reed's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And it's Beasley penetrating, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Come on, B.A. Emphatic slam from a player who does it better than most.
Oh, defense optional when the freight train is coming.
Always in attack mode. We see him do this night after night.
Reed passes to Fontecchio. Ivy outside. Pass to Reed. 4-3. Kennard with the rebound. Grizzlies trail by 11. Jackson attacking. And the dunk by Jackson.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Beasley with it, and Kennard picks him up defensively. Ivy uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Pippen, covered by Schroeder. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Simone Fontecchio. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Williams is checked in for Memphis. Bain comes in for Kennard.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes. Detroit 5. Paul Reed. First.
He gets the first, and that brings him within single digits.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's a minute 59 left in the game. Cunningham against Williams. The three, here's Harris. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 5 assists in the game. Harris against Jackson. Bain from deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Hardaway, the pass to Cunningham. Here's Reed. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 8. Here's Pippen. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Oh, what a move by Cunningham inside.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
Williams from long range. The rebound by Detroit.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Clark, the pass to Jackson. Fires for 3. And he buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Cunningham against Williams. Again, the miss by Cunningham.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
Jackson for 3. That one is off. Harris on the wing. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Harris. Launches it from deep. Off on that one. So it's Detroit picking up the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him run,
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. We've got Trey Murphy. DeJounte Murray is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Zion Williamson. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. And for the Pistons, inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Cade Cunningham out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. Really left alone that time. Cunningham's got his team on the board to start the game for the Pistons. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And the basket by McCollum.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Outside Hardaway. Murray against Cunningham. Duran with a screen on Murray. Cunningham passes to Duran. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist from Duran. Cunningham's got 6.
And defense has to guard Cade in the corner. He will take and make that shot.
To the left wing. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day, what a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great, great, great sports fans. Hardworking people that really value hardworking teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
Here's Messi. Murray outside. Williamson from long range. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. 2 points. That one goes.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Murray against Thompson. Banked in off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Pistons leading by 6. Cunningham outside. Pass to Hardaway. 1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Now, here's Duran. Hardaway finds Duran. Count it.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's McCollum. A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in his range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
They get it again. Outside for Murray. The second chance effort. Drops in the layup for 2.
Oh, unselfish play. What you like about Murray, he doesn't get tunnel vision with the ball. He keeps his eyes up and his options open.
Pass to Messi. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham.
Pelican substitution. Number 17. 17, Kelly Olynyk.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. McCollum up top, covered by Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls it from the elbow. Duren pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Hardaway trying to free himself up, and the shot goes in.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Cunningham right side. Duren the pass to Harris. Back to Duren. And that does it for the first quarter. Pistons lead by 4. Live from Little Caesars Arena. You're watching. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
We've got Dennis Schroeder, Reed out there with Fontecchio. Then there's Jaden Ivey. And it's Beasley in at the 2 spot. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
You know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And it's Fontecchio in the corner. Here's Reed. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
McCollum passes it to Murray. Kicks it out to McCollum. From the arc. Rebound by the Pistons. There's Schroeder with the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Piston lead.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Another one falls for New Orleans. And here's Schroeder. Ivy with a screen for Schroeder. From outside the arc, he's now 2 for 3 with that miss. Pelicans trail by 3. McCollum feeling it out a bit. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer. Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team. Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Olynyk. And the layup's good off the glass. Olynyk's got his first basket.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Jones, that's for 2. McCollum outside. Back to Jones. Over Ivy. Stolen. It's stolen by Brown. This one for three. Poked away. Detroit's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Onjekio passes to Reed. Nice ball movement by Detroit. From downtown, it's rebounded by New Orleans. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Schroeder kicks to Reed. Kicks it out to Schroeder. On the clock. Back to Reed. Over Jones. Reed misses. New Orleans with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Williamson with the bucket.
Wow, that's just the pure strength and explosiveness of Williamson. Easily finishes there through the contact.
And now the Pelicans on the break. Misi's shot is good. Misi's got the lead up to 5 now for New Orleans.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. New Orleans on top. They're up by 5. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention now to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
So for New Orleans right now, Jones and Williamson in at the forward positions. On out there with Jose Alvarado. And it's Olynyk in at center. And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Alvarado up top, covered by Cunningham. Here's Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Cunningham.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Hardaway passes to Cunningham. And here's Harris from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paul Reed. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
And once the acceleration for Murray hits you, he's gone.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Reed. pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Reed's got 10. Here's Misi. Reed covering. Here's Murray. And it's Reed pulling it down. Pistons trail by 7. Hardaway goes in. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Williamson to the wing on the left. A shot by Misi, no good. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. To the inside. Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
And credit Harris for creating that high percentage look, scanning the floor and finding the best option.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Here's Cunningham. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And it's now only a 1-point Pelican lead. Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggle. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
I'll tell you, Zion can do that all night. Terrific offensive rebound.
Murray against Cunningham. Out to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. He has 5.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
McCollum dishes to Murray. For the 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Harris. Cunningham against Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it. And McCollum with the slam.
And how about the vertical McCollum has? He may have even surprised himself there.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pistons making a change here. Duran's checked in. Pelicans on D. 6-point game. The Pistons working the ball around now. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And there it is for him.
One thing I really like about Asar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Olynyk, a screen on Hardaway. Brown the pass to Alvarado. And he drives in. The kick out to Brown. It'll count. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter.
And so it's New Orleans, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We come back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammates. That is good.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Ivy is out there with Fontecchio. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then there's Paul Reed. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's the group for Detroit right now. Duran, he's checked in for Reed. Pistons trail by 7. Schroeder, right side. Fontecchio finds Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. The Kick out to Brown. Here's Alvarado. He's guarded by Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brown. And here's Olynyk from the arc. Rebound, Detroit. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And that one's good. Fontecchio.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And Olynyk kicks to Jones. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
Remember, he played the point guard position for most of high school, so Olynyk has retained that vision.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Harris is checked in for Fontecchio. Thompson comes in for Ivy. Hardaway's checked in for Malik Beasley. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Kicks it out to Williamson. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Shoots the 3. Duran pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hardaway, no good. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Williamson from long range. McCollum left side to the paint. And finished off by Williamson.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pelicans.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Pass to Murray. The 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. And now it's an 8-point New Orleans lead.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And getting a lane. Murray's so good at just finding the crack in the defense.
It's Hardaway with the drive. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Harris against Williamson. Pass to Nisi. And here is Murray. Shoots it. It's hauled in by Harris.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
Here's Cunningham. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Williamson. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. All Reeves checked in for Detroit.
Now returning on the floor, your Pistons.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing here by 8. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Murray for 3. Launches a 3. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
The finish. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. That's tipped. Again, New Orleans turns it over. see the Pelicans taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's
It's the NBA. A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. They've got DeJounte Murray, Zion Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Messi in at the 5. And for the Grizzlies, manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. The 3 from Payne. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
That is tough. Those are those extra reps in the weight room from DeJounte Murray.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies, and we got right to it. The question of how do you stop Zion? From what Coach told me, it's all about being physical. He said, we're not going to let him run us over in the lanes or just stomp us inside. We're going to fight back hard. So it sounds like Coach is expecting high effort physically from his team.
And Allie, thank you for that. Driving to the basket. Some room here for Williamson. Memphis with a rebound. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Payne, no good. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Jackson finds Payne. Jackson with a screen on McCollum. Back to Payne. Up and over McCollum. Hits the front of the rim and out. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Pass to Messi. Murray against Morant. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Edey. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Back to Williams. Down low. Shot to stop the run. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
Goes back up. Soft touch off the glass.
At 6'8", Murphy possesses great height at his position. Comes in handy on the glass.
Pass to Williams. Back to Morant. Now here's Jackson. There's the drive. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, my goodness. Jaren Jackson Jr. Get that one trending, please.
Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Payne, the pass to Williams. Here's the 3. Payne, no good. The Pelicans lead by 5. Kicks it out to Williamson. Murray for 3. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. Murray's got 6.
And Murray wasting no time. He had the space. He rose up. He knocked it down.
And here's Morant outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Payne. Pass to Morant. Lets the 3 fly. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the 3rd. For New Orleans, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Stolen by Payne. The kick out to Williams. He puts up a 3. Rebound by Olynyk. New Orleans in the lead. And stolen by Morant. Here we go. Jackson can't get it to go. New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Here's Murray. Over Bain. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Give him 8.
Guys are getting points inside. That's a bad sign for the defense, so you don't want to allow too much penetration, especially from DeJounte.
He's made all of his free throws to this point. 3 of 3. And he can't get the first one. Alvarado's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Second free throw, no good. You know, Brent, C.J. McCollum is just a natural leader, a classic connector.
Yeah, C.J. has been amazing since day one coming into the NBA. I have no doubt that C.J., after his playing career is over with, is going to spend a lot of time either in the front office or in the league office, the way he presents himself and promotes the game. Class act.
Morant with the slam!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
And he gets that one.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Murray from outside. No good on the shot. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. 3 seconds left. And so it's DeJounte Murray making things happen for the Pelicans. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's Stevens in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Jackson outside. Here's Pippen. Kennard on the wing. Gets the 3 ball to go. Kennard's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
And if the defense is going to shut down one thing with Kennard, I'd start with the 3-point shooting.
Olynyk for 3. Memphis with a rebound. In transition. Here's Clark. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Clark's got his first basket.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks.
And Kennard, well-schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
To win the run, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Pass to Jackson. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. 6 on the shot clock. Kennard can't get it to go.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. It's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
Here's Olynyk. Pass to Brown. The 3 ball. Outside Jones. Outside Brown. Offline with a 3. Memphis leading by 4. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Nice shot by Kennard.
This guy can flat out shoot it. Kennard comfortable anywhere on the floor at any moment.
On the wing, Jones. He's scoreless. Knocks it down from distance.
these teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to Pippen. Here's Kennard. And here's Jackson. Kennard finds Jackson. Misses the one-handed jam. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Memphis.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. And New Orleans making a change here. Brown's checked in. Pass to Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Edey. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's Misi. Driving in.
How Murphy shoots the ball from behind the arc. These driving lanes from time to time are going to be wide open. That's a nice take by Trey.
1 minute left in the second quarter. Here's Morant. No good. Brown with some nice D. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. McCollum, the pass to Brown. To the paint. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And as he continues to develop his skills, passing is next for Murphy.
Pass to Edey. Outside Bain. Pelicans cleared away.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Outside Brown. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Heading play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Left side Bain. And again it's Memphis missing.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's New Orleans. They're up by 3. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fans half-court shot.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Wow, what a performance by DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So for New Orleans right now.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Here's Morant. Ooh, basket interference. A line change here for Memphis. Robinson Earls checked in for the Pelicans. Hawkins comes in for Brown. McCollum taking his time here. Outside Olynyk. From outside, off the mark.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Kennard passes to Pippen. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Here's Robinson Earl. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Pass to Stevens. From downtown. Yes. And a nice assist from Jackson. Stevens has got his first 3 points of the game.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Olynyk. From behind the arc. Doesn't go for him. Memphis has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Well, Brent, we've seen Trey Murphy grow into a prototypical 3-and-D wing.
Well, what's been most impressive, BA, is you thought it was just his shooting. That's been better than advertised. He's also starting to show you he can rebound, run the floor, and defend a little bit. So the package is a little bit bigger than it was once thought of with Trey Murphy coming out of the NBA draft.
Shot's good by McCollum.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is a one-of-one. His teammate CJ McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it. Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. Here's Clark. Pass to Stevens. For the tie. And another basket for Memphis. And so Murray will bring it up for the Pelicans. The three is up. Stevens with a rebound. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Pippen. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. New Orleans has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Jones. Outside Olynyk. 3-pointer. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Olynyk's got 6.
Olynyk showing some confidence now, and the big man is catching and firing.
Pippen pass to Jackson. Fires the 3. And the basket by Pippen.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball.
Substitution on the court.
The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Here's Morant. Drives. Oh, an impossible move. Ja Morant.
Teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. Pelicans trail by 3. Pass to Messi. Back to Alvarado. To the inside. Messi's shot is good. Give him 8 points now.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Edey. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Yeah, that one's good.
There's Murphy using that length inside.
Memphis has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Here's Morant. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Williamson for 3. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Vince Williams.
Sometimes it's the ripcord you have to pull guarding Zion. The only way to stop him is to foul him.
Clark is checked in for Memphis.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front. But at least they're tied up. 2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Pelicans trail by 3. Outside Murray. To the left side wing. Murray, a screen on Payne. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. It's the Grizzlies up. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Marvin Bagley is out there with Jackson, and it's Williams in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Murray against Bain. And perfection right through the net. Pelicans trail by 5. They set the screen. Alvarado, the pass to Olynyk. And he makes it on the layup.
Well, Olynyk at his size is big enough to get the job done.
Here's Morant. Back to Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Stolen by Bain. Jackson, right side. Fires the 3. Pelicans cleared away.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
McCollum, the pass to Williamson. The quick look, no good that time. Grizzlies lead by 6. Right side, Moran. Blocked! Tries to save it. Outside Bain. From outside the arc. It doesn't go for him.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
I mean, if I was out there, I'd probably test anyone but Jackson Jr.
From deep, Bain. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open.
Oh, my goodness! Oh, Zion Williamson!
Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion, again to the rack.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
To the wing on the left. Back to McCollum. And the layup is good off the glass.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
And it's Morant with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Williamson. The rebound by Jackson.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Morant, pass to Jackson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there. Refusing to let the defense have the last word.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williamson.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
They're pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Clark is checked in for Bagley. And the Pelicans also making a change. Olynyk's checked in.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Murray from outside sends it home from three-point land.
Well-designed inbounds play. It's an art.
Grizzlies lead by 8. Morant, the pass to Bain. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. New Orleans now, time running out. Payne serving the D. Counted from distance. Payne's got 11 in the second half.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Grizzlies.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Ja Morant.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Outside, Williams. And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul so far.
Third team foul.
Payne finds Jackson. Outside, Williams. Clock at 6. Oh, trying his luck from deep. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Unselfish play there by Zion, moving the ball to another shooter.
Now Payne. Fires from way outside. It's off. And so it's Memphis winning this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Like you still let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer.
Let off the steam.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
We know that both these teams have had a difficult stretch recently and are hoping to turn things around in this one.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity. And Kevin, I expect each side to be hungry and motivated to get this win. And if not, the struggles will continue.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Cunningham is out there with Hardaway. And it's Duren in at the center, locking down the middle.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
Out to Morant. Launches it. Duren pulls it in. Now the Pistons with it. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies for just a minute. He talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean you have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Inside. Had a piece of it. Thompson against Morant. And Thompson throws it down.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
And here's Cunningham following the three from Jaren Jackson. Cunningham with it. Now defended by Bane. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Duren. It's deflected. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Memphis ball.
Morant with it. Takes it inside. Thompson with the rebound. Bane against Cunningham. Harris outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson looking around. Up top, Bane. Covered by Cunningham. Clock at 6. Here's Morant. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Cunningham inside. Guarded by Bane. And the shot goes down.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Morant. Good D by Thompson. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. And slam dunk by Harris.
And I understand that people might not realize this, but he's 6'7". You cannot forget about his bounce because he's got some.
Pass to Edey. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. And Detroit has possession. Leading by 5. Thompson outside. Duren the pass to Hardaway. 1:05 left to play in the first quarter. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And stolen by Thompson. Driving to the basket. Good on the bucket.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Bane. Covered by Cunningham. Here's Edey, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Those are some hustle points, really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Pistons leading by 5. Cunningham looking it over. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. That shot wide open.
And I like how composed Cunningham is. Lets the game and his shots come to him.
Bain passes to Stevens. Fires from deep. Not going to go that time. Now Cunningham. Out to Harris. Fires for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
On the floor for Detroit, we've got Reed. Beasley is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Simone Fontecchio. And it's Ivy in at the small forward position. Detroit with the rebound.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Back to Fontecchio. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Clark kicks to Williams. Jackson dishes to Pippen. Puts up a 3. Jackson misses. Pistons leading by 11. Schroeder passes to Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Jackson setting the pick here for Pippen. Ferries the 20-footer. Pippen's got 4 this quarter. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Here's Schroeder. Nothing on the board. Stolen by Pippen. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Beasley finds Schroeder. There's the 3. It's Clark with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Pass to Kennard. Makes it off the glass. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Pippen, the pass to Kennard. Clark, a screen on Beasley. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Sinks the three-pointer. Kennard's got 5 now.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Ivy kicks to Reed. For 3, Beasley. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Kennard. Driving the lane. Count the basket. He's got 7.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Schroeder outside. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A minute 50 left in the first half of the game. Pulls up. And it's Schroeder missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Williams dishes to Jackson. Williams sets a screen for Jackson. Beasley with the rebound. Pistons leading by 6. Ivy on the wing. Pass to Fontecchio. The Pistons working the ball around now. Schroeder outside. 6 on the shot clock. Reed a screen on Kennard. Beasley for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Beasley's got 5 points in the quarter. Jackson finds Kennard. To the middle. Here's Clark. And Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Pippen against Schroeder. From outside, off the mark. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Kennard's shot is off. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Beasley against Kennard. Beasley outside. Pass to Fontecchio. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Shoots over Pippen. It's Clark with the rebound. And here's Kennard. Then for 3. And so is Detroit, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Tobias Harris. He has really been playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Stevens in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Morant with it. Now defended by Cunningham. There's Jackson with the 3. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
And Duran slams it in.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Here's Morant. Rebound, Detroit. Harris outside. Duran the pass to Hardaway. Crafty move. With the second effort. Now here's Duran. 6 points for him. Thompson finds Cunningham. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cunningham's got 6.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Payton for 3. Rebounded by Hardaway. Pistons leading by 11. Even dating back to his high school days, Desmond Bain was overlooked as a prospect.
Yeah, he wasn't even ranked by any major recruiting services. That just lets you know that the scouts don't always get it right. Then he fell to the 30th pick in the 2020 draft. He's made a lot of teams regret passing on him.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Payton for 3.
And that combination of length and instincts, that's what makes Cunningham so competitive at the defensive end.
Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. The 3 from Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss. Detroit has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And Thompson kicks to Harris. Here's Stevens. Here's Heaney. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to Steffens. Morant dishes to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And the shot goes in.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Cunningham against Bain. It's Cunningham with the drive.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Pistons leading by 13. And here's Harris from the arc. They get it back. The kick out to Cunningham. Second shot opportunity. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just a special offensive talent. We don't see guys like Cunningham come through the league that often.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. Kennard for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Kennard's got 10 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Hardaway. Kennard covering. Cunningham passes to Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Here's Clark. Now Kennard. Jackson a screen on Hardaway. Kennard's shot is off. The Pistons have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Cunningham against Pippen. Harris looking it over. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Pippen dishes to Jackson. Back to Pippen. Outside for Jackson. Good on the three-point shot. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Cunningham from past the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. Grizzlies shooting a meager 37% for the game. Back to Jackson. Going inside. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. He got into double digits for the... And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Fontecchio is out there with Reed. Then it's Ivy. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Pippen. And he comes up with the deuce. Pistons leading by 14. And here's Ivy. Banked in off the glass.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
Clark finds Jackson. The kick out to Williams. Tries a 3. Rebound, Detroit. Here's Schroeder down low. Ivy with the bucket. Ivy's got 4 points in the quarter.
And using that quickness to maneuver around the paint that time. What a play from Ivy.
Pippen, no luck. Pistons have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Pass to Reed. Back to Fontecchio. Rebound by Williams.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Kennard for three. Traps in the tray.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
And that one's good. Schroeder. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Outside Pippen. Outside Jackson. For three. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Back to Ivy. Pass to Beasley. 6 to shoot. Fontecchio sets a screen. Beasley finds Fontecchio. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
And the other thing that stands out is just how well they have moved the ball. Everyone's touching it and having a chance to create.
And that one's good by Clark.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Beasley, the pass to Ivy. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Ivy just so difficult to corral. Sometimes you have to foul him and hope he misses.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Duran, he's checked in for Reed. Harris comes in for Fontecchio. Hardaway's checked in for Malik Beasley. And it's Cunningham in for Dennis Schroeder. Bain kicks to Morant. Count that bucket.
What a confident shot by Morant. Gets the hot pass and puts it right up.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Ivy, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And so it's Bain with it. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 13. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Morant, that's for two. That one wide left.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Payton for three. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duran's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Hardaway. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Duran finds Thompson. For the three. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Detroit.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Cade Cunningham.
He was just dropping dimes left and right out there. Any opening that the D provided, he exploited it and found his teammates.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From the arc, another three for Detroit.
And you just got to respect Harris's three-point shot. He is a very capable scorer from that distance.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the And hold back. And this one, Stan, cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham is out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Duren in at center, filling out the middle. Now here's McCollum. And there's the drive. And rejected.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
McCollum taking his time here. Drops in the 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. It's a 3-point game. Williamson against Harris. Hardaway up top. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Hardaway hits them both. Stan, after his 12-year playing career, Willie Green has made a seamless transition into coaching.
Yeah, first of all, Willie Green is a person of very high character. Second, Brian, he consciously started preparing himself to coach while he was still playing, and then he was able to work on great staffs under great coaches, and now he's an outstanding head coach in his own.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
That one falls. McCollum's got 5 points.
Not only a perimeter player, McCollum can go inside.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Thompson passes to Cunningham. An easy 2 on the layup.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Pass to McCollum. Williamson outside. Back to McCollum. Murray, a screen on Cunningham. It's McCollum with a drive. Misses from short range.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Hardaway, the pass to Cunningham. Here's Duren. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Cunningham outside. Shot clock at 6. Hardaway, the pass to Duren. The Pistons need to get one up quick. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. For 3, McCollum gets the 3 to fall. Give him 8.
Can't sleep on McCollum. Not even for a second, because that's when he strikes.
Cunningham outside. Into the lane. Deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, one of the sharpest players off the floor, C.J. McCollum.
Well, Brian, he also did a great job as president of the Players Union, and he's great on his podcast, too.
I'm sure he'll be doing games with you soon enough after his playing career.
Yeah, I just hope he's not taking my job.
And Detroit has possession after the basket by New Orleans. And here's Cunningham outside on target from range.
For 3.
Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
For 3, McCollum. And the Pelicans hit again from deep. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Duran, the pass to Cunningham. Drives to the hoop. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, he's very quick on his feet. You can see it when Cunningham's moving through the defense on his drives.
Pass to McCollum. 52 seconds left in the first. Cunningham with some nice D. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Now Hardaway. Back to Duran. And here's Thompson. Knocks it loose.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Kicks it out to Williamson. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Locked in and ready to go. They put the ball in Zion's hands, and he fires.
There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Out to the wing. For 3, McCollum. The shot comes out. And here's Harris. And that's not gonna go. And so lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. It's New Orleans up by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Murray out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Herb Jones. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And New Orleans making a change here. Brown's checked in. Back to McCollum. Stolen by Schroeder. On the wing, Ivy. To the middle. Here's Fontecchio. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, what a feed from Ivy. These are the type of passes you love seeing from him.
There's McCollum with the 3. The rebound by Beasley.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to Reed. Now here's Fontecchio. Back to Reed. And there's a 3-second violation. And the Pelicans making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. The Pelicans have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. And a nice finish on the layup.
They keep capturing the lead and giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
His hang time on the rim Puts a sweet cherry on top, PA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. You know, there's so much to like about Herb Jones. It's hard to know where to start with this guy, Coach.
Well, Brian, I think I know where it starts. It starts with him being an all-defensive caliber defender, one of the best in the league. But then lately, he's been so efficient from three-point range, and his overall efficiency at the offensive end has gone way up. He's become a complete player.
Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
Well, they gave him the mid-range. Smart idea to take that one.
Inside. Back to Fontecchio. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And it's Kelly Olynyk with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Left side Schroeder.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Fontecchio outside. Clock at 4. And here's Ivy from the arc. And Detroit another three.
Hot off the pass. Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
Right side Jones. Puts up a three. And Ivy pulls it down. And here's Detroit. They're on a 12-4 run. And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his first foul of the game. Robinson Earls checked in for the Pelicans. Outside Schroeder. Ivy left side. Pass to Reed. Back to Ivy. Out left to the wing. Plenty of space. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And now it's a 6-point Pistons lead.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Williamson misses. The Pistons have gotten each of their 6 shots to fall here in the second. Back to Schroeder. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And the Pelicans making a change here. Detroit shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Coach, you spent a lot of time in New Orleans. Coach form, as a matter of fact. It's a fun stop in the NBA. There's some amazing food in the Big Easy.
Yeah, Brian, I love the city of New Orleans, but when I coached there, it was in the pandemic. All the restaurants were closed, all the entertainment was closed. We couldn't enjoy the jazz or the food.
These are his first free throws of the game. That's good from Beasley.
9 for the Pistons. Malik Beasley. 2 shots.
Beasley hits them both. Pelicans trail by 11. Here's Murray. Pass to Misi to halt the run. And Fontecchio pulls it down.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Hits the three-pointer. Ivy's got 6 here in the quarter.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Back to McCollum. Williamson for 3. Zion attacks from range.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's Detroit. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Well, you know, C.J. McCollum has been really making an impact here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3. Cunningham on the wing. Cunningham on the wing. Back to Thompson. Cuts off the pass. And they're pushing it up. Williamson with it. He's picked up by Hardaway. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
I mean, he moves so well for a guy his size. Zion's ability to run and finish in transition is incredible.
Kicks it out to Hardaway. The 3 is up. Cunningham outside. Oh, Cunningham rises up.
The assist.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Which shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
McCollum, the pass to Williamson. Off target from three-point range. Detroit leading by 13. Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Misi's shot is good.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
Cunningham against Murray. Duren in the post. Tipped. Williamson looking around. Here comes Zion. On the take. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Harris outside. The shot from 20 feet out. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
The Pistons lead by 11. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Murray from outside. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duren's got 5 rebounds in the game. Hardaway with it. Checked by Murray. Harris is doubled. Back to Hardaway. Cunningham on the wing. Cunningham on the take. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
The ferocious finish. Love watching Cunningham use his size and athleticism on the drive.
Williamson, no good. For Detroit, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Back to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Thompson passes to Duren. Back to Thompson. 58 seconds left in the third quarter here. For 3, Hardaway. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Hardaway's got 5 now.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Duren, the pass to Cunningham. Thompson outside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Count that bucket.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Detroit leading by 18. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Harris. And Harris Harris throws it down.
Assist
And you
from
can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Outside Murray. And there is the whistle. That goes on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul of the game.
first team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Brown can't hit. It could go. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Detroit ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. Their efficiency has been off the chart. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. We've got Herb Jones, also Kelly Olynyk out there, and it's Brown in at the one. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Hawkins. Back to Olynyk. And he banks in the layup. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? And don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. But, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster, Coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
Here's Olynyk, and he drives in. Jones from outside. Thompson pulls it in. And so Thompson will bring it up for Detroit. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
Yeah, what a massive showing from Cade Cunningham. It's been really a treat to watch.
Pass to Hawkins. There's the double with Thompson. Boston, the pass to Brown. Olynyk with the ball. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Reed, Hardaway on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Olynyk. The Pelicans have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Here's Jones. That shot off. Oh, great D that time from Harris. Detroit has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 4 assists in the game.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. It helps his team space the floor.
It's Brown on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. Back to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jones' shot is good.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Harris' shot is good. Harris has got 9 points here in the second half.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all 3 levels. Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Cunningham looking it over. Reed passes to Cunningham. There's the triple. And Detroit another 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Jones, the pass to Olynyk. Here's Hawkins. The 3. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Pistons.
Personal foul.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Cade Cunningham.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Tipped away and stolen by Murray. Williamson for three. Goes back up, out to McCollum from the arc. Drills it from deep. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter here, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here's Schroeder. And that one's good.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Out to McCollum. Going inside, goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Murray. Fires away from way outside. So we see the Pistons taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was an enemy.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
these teams feature some very athletic players.
Well, if we get out in transition, Kevin, there's definitely some top 10 moments that are going to come up. A bunch of high flyers on both of these rosters, and we expect to see a lot of airtime from these players tonight.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Stevens in at the 3 slot. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely, and he gets the bucket.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Pass to Messi. McCollum against Bane. Kicks it out to Williamson. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
To Williamson, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's McCollum. Kicks it out to Williamson. 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And the dunk by Williamson.
And Zion absolutely rocking the rim.
When Zion came into the NBA, Brent, he was seen as a defensive liability. But boy, has he made strides on that end of the floor.
Well, Kevin, consistency of being on the floor can help you with your offense, but we don't often talk about the learnings that come with being on the floor often defensively, making reads, understanding your opponents better. I think Zion has suffered from those injuries taking away his opportunities to become a better defender. We're seeing that improvement now.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
To the paint. Williamson finds Murray. Back to Williamson. Pass to Messi. Kept alive. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Williamson. There's the triple. McCollum, no good.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Zion sitting in the weeds. If you could do that at his size, and able to come up with the steal.
And here's Morant following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Goes up on the high post. Messi grabs the rebound.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Williamson, goes back up. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Williamson's got 7 points.
And Williamson's energy just incredible, which is what makes him such a force on the offensive glass.
And finished off by Morant.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me when that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. He took the opportunity when he saw it. McCollum's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Pelicans.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He could be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And so it's New Orleans with it. Following the score by Memphis. Good on the shot.
Great concentration from DeJounte that time, just playing right through the contact.
Up top, Morant. He's covered by Murray. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Edey gets the bucket.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
McCollum against Bain. And the basket by McCollum. 8 points for him.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finished. It's just how shifty he is.
Here's Morant driving inside.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Jackson kicks to Bain. Shoots a fader. Doesn't get it to drop for him. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Pelicans. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Pelicans?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
They've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
They've got Herbert Jones, C.J. McCollum out there with Brown. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. That's the Pelicans 5. Inside. Up and in on the layup.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
The shot's good from Kennard.
3.
And you love that. That's one of the strengths of Luke Kennard's game.
Brown with a screen on Pippen. A 3 from McCollum. Rebound by Williams. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Jackson. Right to the hoop.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Olynyk finds McCollum, fires the 3. Again, McCollum missing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
McCollum passes to Olynyk. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And here's McCollum for 3. It's good from long range. McCollum's got 11. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Pippen for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And now the Pelicans on the break. Pass to Brown. McCollum outside. Launches it. The rebound by Pippen. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. If we're going to talk about all the craftiest players ranked in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
C.J. is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Messi. He's guarded by Williams. There's Williamson with the three. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Outside for Murray. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And Murray just determined to produce on that play.
Some changes for New Orleans. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Williamson. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Brown. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got 4 rebounds in this game. Count that one. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's the screen. Out to Morant. On the wing, Bain. Here's Edey. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Olynyk, a screen on Morant. Pass to Olynyk. The three. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's deep right there. Accurate shooting from KO.
Morant passes to Stevens. Outside for Jackson. Fires the three. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Alvarado finds Murray. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pelicans ahead. They lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got G.G. Jackson. Luke Kennard out there with Pippen. Then it's Williams. And it's Clark in at the center.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
Jackson kicks to Pippen. Jackson setting the pick here for Pippen. Memphis moving it around. Williams dishes to Jackson for the lead. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. New Orleans in the lead. And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Jones, no luck. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
Well, Olynyk at his size is big enough to get the job done.
Pippen outside. Outside Williams. Ball's not loose. Wide open look here for Murray. Hits it from three-point range. And it's a 5-point Pelican lead.
And this is how you get out in transition. Murray showing no fear on the break.
Clark with a wide open look. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
It's up a 3. And it's Alvarado missing. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Jackson setting the pick here for Kennard. Pippen the pass to Jackson. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. To the inside. Here's Jackson. Pass to Clark. Williams with a clean look. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Now Olynyk. Now here's Murray. He's got 10. Olynyk a screen on Kennard. Back to Olynyk. To the middle. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Williams can't hit.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Outside Williams, pass to Kennard. Buries the long-range jumper. Kennard's got 8 points. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. Pass to Edey. Jackson setting the pick here for Bane. Three-pointer. Stephens can't get it to go. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They need this one. They get it back. McCollum outside. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Memphis leading. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Morant passes to Stevens. Jackson with it. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Williams. Morant kicks to Jackson. His three-pointer's off the mark. McCollum feeling it out a bit. The kick out to Brown. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Grizzlies lead by... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Trey Murphy is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Bruce Brown. Then there's McCollum. And it's Messi in at the 5. It's the Pelicans 5.
Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion again to the rack.
Bane passes to Jackson. Back to Bane. Memphis moving it around. Fades. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Baines got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. A 3 from McCollum. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
CJ saying, not so fast. I'm not letting you get away from us tonight. There's the return payback 3.
Payton for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bane against McCollum. Williamson is screen on Bane. And the dunk by Williamson.
Man, when he's playing under control, which is most of the time, McCollum is very effective setting up teammates.
Morant with a wide open look. Trains it from beyond the arc. Morant's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Brown wide open. He fires. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And he gets it to go.
Obviously, Morant has found his flow here, finding plenty of ways to create for himself.
On the wing run, beyond the arc, sinks the triple. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Morant right side. Stevens the pass to Jackson. Here's Stephens. Fades back. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Zach Edey. That is his first foul of the game. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
Into the lineup for your Pelicans.
Williamson against Jackson. Murray outside. 5 to shoot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And they take the lead. Stephens got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Memphis. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Down low, out to the right wing. Inside, Edey. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Edey's got the lead up to 4 now for Memphis.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Out to the wing. Morant with the steal. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Murray outside. And a wide open look for McCollum. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Stephens can't get it to go. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It counts. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Morant kicks to Bain. Pass to Stephens. Clock at 6. This one for 3. Outside for Jackson. And stolen by Williamson. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Here's Messi. A 3 from McCollum. The 3 won't fall. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And so it's Memphis with it. It's a 1-point game. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your minds?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy.
All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...